Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while. Been a very neglectful summer in the garden. Not that I haven't been working in it, but it's just been less watered, trying to conserve and experimenting on what will be more drought resistant, and because of that I've lost some things. But I've also experimented with my microclimates. I don't like to spend the money on like shade cloth and all that. I spend my money on seeds. These two trees right here, they look a little limp right now because it's 110 degrees out here in my backyard currently, this September 4th. This has been the hottest and driest summer we've had here in my house and the valley. We've had well over 100 days of over 100 degrees, which is a record in itself. I think the last one was like 94 days or something like that. But we're at like 102 days right now, and we're under high pressure building again. So tomorrow we should see 112 to 114 again. And then it'll cool off to 107 by the weekend. Oh boy. Yeah, we should be seeing a lot cooler than that. But the nights are starting to cool off, so things are starting to grow a little bit. Like here's the long gone, starting to get new growth. The one I wanted to focus on is these microclimates, these things that I planted by seed. You see this 15-foot monster here? Planted that in the ground in March as a seed. That's a castor bean. And I wanted to plant it there to protect my persimmon behind it. And you can see my persimmon is still alive. I'm just getting a 1/4-inch tube drip, not the drip that you would have for like 1 gallon or 15 gallons per hour, but just the 1/4-inch line, watering it every day so it waters a little bit deeper. But they didn't get a whole lot, except for I did get 5 gallons of pond water every week on that, and my citrus. And my citrus are kind of burnt back a little bit. Tangerine, but it's got new growth. But look at these castor bean. Fast microclimate, and then the fall I can cut it back, get full sun in for the winter. That's the plum tree right there. I planted last fall. I just pruned it back because it was getting really leggy because it was growing so well. But you can see it's only getting filtered sun from these castor beans, because there's another one over there, and it's protecting the monstera over there and the star fruit, because wherever the star fruit got full sun, it was getting burnt back. But that tree right there and the castor bean has really helped for these tropicals. But this right here with these giant leaves, you can see they look kind of dehydrated right now because it's 110 and dry today. But these giant leaves right here, this is the Paulownia tree. I grew these from seed over the winter. I want to show you what they look like when you don't put them in the ground, because I put these in the ground as seedlings in March. And here they are, 7 feet tall, lasted through the summer. Let me go show you what they look like in the pot. So that one's still in the pot. They were growing at the exact same time. The seeds are so tiny that you gotta pretty much put them on the surface in a little greenhouse so they keep moist, and you just mist them every day until the seeds sprout, and they send the roots down. But the seeds are just so tiny you can't cover them with dirt. They just germinate on the top of the soil. Now these Paulownia trees are one of the fastest growing trees in the world. Supposed to be faster growing than even the moringa that I have. But these are very giant leaves, so they were planted here for one purpose. The purpose was to protect the dragon fruit. And you can see it's getting some shade now. Here just 3 o'clock in the afternoon, it's already getting shaded. It's got some sun, but this dragon fruit is no longer getting sunburnt. You can see some sunburn from earlier, back in June. You got some sunburn there, but all the new growth isn't getting sunburned, so that experiment has been doing very well. And then these trees, you know, they'll be 20 feet next year. And eventually they will flower in the spring, and you can cut them back to the ground and they'll come right back up and be 20 feet in a year. But I want to just keep them here as one of my replacements for this tree that's been damaged and half dead when I moved in. You see I had damage from a monsoon storm. That branch right there was knocked down. So it's actually got a lot greener leaves than it used to. It used to have very poor looking leaves, but because of the soil has been getting fed with all the nutrients from the breaking down of the organic matter and the worms with their castings and everything, that's all the compost that it's been making, and then getting better watered. It's looking better, but eventually this thing will be taken down, replaced by the Paulownia and the Hong Kong orchid over there. But every spring I think I may be planting these by younger trees, these younger fruit trees, to protect them as a microclimate. So that's something I really learned. And those leaves, when they fall, you can see they're already starting to, when the bottom ones dry up, they just snap off and they fall down and they get hung up there on the branches, but they just decompose really quickly, add back to the nutrients of the soil. Now I'm gonna see if I can get this thing to flower probably in the fall and get the seeds so I can have free seeds for next year. But this is gonna be my new microclimate for the summer, because it actually protects a lot of the trees here for this hot desert full sun climate. Because as well as that plum tree looks, because of the microclimate, I think that's what I need, because I lost a couple of peach trees this year. I'm going to have to replant, but next year they're going to have castor bean on the south and west side to protect them from the July and August brutal, intense Arizona sun. It's not like Southern California sun at all. It's a deadly sun for your garden if you want to cut back on the watering. Now I still need to have the deep water, but I'm working on the deep drip. Get those tubes right down by the roots. You can see I have a Mexican lime over there. It's full of limes. Look at those limes all over that thing. The thing is 3 years old, but it's loaded with limes. I've been picking them every week. And it needs to be pruned back again before it flowers this next year. But Barbados cherry, it hardly gets any water. I throw about 5 gallons of pond water on it because I have no watering system over there at all for that Barbados cherry, the acerola. But you can see it's doing fine. So it's drought tolerant. Papaya gets watered once a week from my back flush from the pond. But I just wanted to share that with you. You can see how dry it is. I've had 9/10 of an inch of rain all summer, which is the worst I've ever seen here. Normally I'll get anywhere from 2.5 to 7 inches of rain in the summertime for the monsoon. I've had a rain in the valley, but not at my house. It's missing it. But I just wanted to share this experiment with you. Paulownia survived. It's getting a little bit of burnt leaves, all the young ones coming up. But once it gets below 105, below 100, it'll be fine. It'll probably take off get on a growth spurt before the winter hits. And it's going to be a deciduous tree, so it'll lose all its leaves for the winter. I just wanted to share that with you guys, and hopefully you learned something as I did. But see what we can do to keep this thing surviving and thriving. Next year will be year 7, so hopefully we can have an abundant year next year. Have a good day, guys.